this is Doris Sander, and I'm going to attempt to make another plan with me type video in my bullet journal and show you how I do my distress stains and set up my weekly spread. I attempted this last week and it was a fail. I don't know what my problem is when I'm trying to do it on film. It's not working because like last month I had no issues whatsoever, but this month, oh, like here's the ugly. I don't know if you can see it, but I hated it. So I redid it and I just washi taped those pages together so I didn't have to look at it. And now I'm going to try again. So this is my weekly spread, and this is every week I make a notes page, and that's working out really well for me. A place to write random things down and not have little bits of paper all over the place like I'm prone to do. And then this past week I attempted dailies, and I've never done dailies before, and I didn't think that I would ever do dailies because I'm a weekly planner, just really how it works for me. But I'm having a really hard time keeping up at school this year. My schedule changes daily according to my students' needs. I'm an ESL teacher, so I teach 2 classes and those don't really change, but my tutoring times and, you know, inclusion times are just constantly changing, and read aloud testing and all that. So I tried this and this was very helpful to just mentally get me ready for the day. So I'm going to try that, and I have a different idea of how I want to set it up, so I will share that with you. So I'm going to take that out so it doesn't make my page funny. I guess I'll just go ahead and take the whole thing out. It's my new little monkey fist bookmark from My Life Mitts. I like it. So I already have my pencil marks there. You can see where I'm going to outline my boxes, and I don't count those anymore. I just kind of fold my page over like this and mark them where they need to be, and then go from there and mark the rest. So this week I'm going to go with yellows. I like really low contrast in my bullet journal for whatever reason. And I'm going to cheat and use mustard seed with squeezed lemonade. I say cheating because mustard seed isn't one of my color choices, but you know what? It's my bullet journal, so I can cheat if I want to. So this is Tim Holtz Distress Stain, and all I do is just tap it to get it going, and you have to keep tapping it periodically to keep it going. And you can see that I am not careful with how I apply it. It's not very nice around the edges, and I don't care about that. I like that look, kind of an organic, free-flowing look. But I realize that not everyone appreciates that look. If you want a more clean lined look, I would suggest using some of your washi tape to block it off first before you put the color down, and then you would get nice crisp edges. That would work. And so that's all there is to it. Just keep tapping. I mentioned this in my previous video, but do not squeeze the bottles. I have never squeezed the bottles myself, but a friend did, and the whole thing popped open. The tip came off, and it was a mess. So just light taps as you need to keep the stains flowing, but no squeezing. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry a minute, and then I'll be right back. So I went ahead and put in my pin lines. And I use my quilting ruler and a small Faber-Castell. I'm trying to use this one up because I actually prefer my microns. Either the 3 or the 5 is somewhat comparable to the small. A little bit smaller and a little bit bigger, but you know, about the same. So that's what I use, and these are permanent ink, so they do smudge a little if you touch them immediately after you apply them, but they dry really quickly, and once they dry, you can put ink over them or erase over them and they're fine. And I really like to erase with this white eraser, just any white eraser. It works much better than a pencil eraser. A pencil eraser will work, but this is just so much nicer. It's magic. It says magic. So, I did want to mention my sequence for drawing the lines. I mean, you don't want to watch me draw the lines because it's horrible. I mean, it's easy, but you know, my head gets like this close to the paper and all you see is my head, so that's no good. But I do want to show you how I do it. So I just start here and I keep moving my ruler down and draw all of these lines. This is going this way. I skip that one. I don't do that one yet. And then I do these on this side, like so. And then I get to the bottom and I skip that one too because you can't get the edge on there. So then I turn the book around to do that one and that one. And the same thing this way. I do all of these except for the bottom one and all of these. And I don't let my ruler go across the page like that. I think I get a better positioning if I keep it off the crack. So, and then once I get all of them all the way down, I flip it over to do the 2 bottom ones. And now I'm going to add some color to the boxes. And I'm using, what am I using? I'm not using wild honey. I'm using mustard seed and squeezed lemonade. And my first month when I did these, I used grays. I have a set of different shades of gray markers, and I used those, and I liked that look as well. But this month I decided to go with some color, so these are the Tim Holtz Distress markers that kind of match the Tim Holtz Distress stains. So it works nicely. So I'm just going to color in all of those with basically the matching colors. This one's not doing much. I don't know about that. I might, let's try and see how it looks. I might go in and just use the same yellow marker because this one is really pale. It doesn't seem to be showing much. Anyway, I will be back to add the titles really quickly. So I finished coloring and went ahead and put my days of the week in, and I wanted to mention my dimensions. These boxes are all 12 inches, I know, 12 grids deep with a space in the middle. And then of course all the way to both edges. And then single, single, this one is 6 wide and these 2 are 9 wide. And how I use these for teaching, this first column is my lesson plan notes, and they're not my lesson plans. Those are in a binder in great detail, but just quick notes about what I'm doing each day. And I check off my 2 classes as we get things done because we don't always stay in sync. And then these 2 columns are notes, things I need to do at my morning school and things I need to do in my afternoon school. And then this last section I use for forward planning. So Friday's the 16th. So Monday will be the 19th. And I just write forward in there. I like to make a little arrow. It makes me happy. So that's my weekly planning. And then this is my notes section. And I've been just making a big box like this. But I've noticed that I always do 2 columns in my boxes. So I thought that I would go ahead and give myself those columns just for some structure on the page. And this column is 10 wide, so whatever is left is over here. And then this is my idea for my daily planning. Obviously most weeks have 5 days, and 5 days don't fit on a page nicely like this. So I'm going to try the column effect over here as well. And I'll just use as much space as I need for Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday will either go here, or, you know, it could start here and finish here. It doesn't really matter. But I think 5 days will fit nicely in the 2 columns. Or not nicely, but I think it'll fit. So I am going to add some color because I like color on the page. This first one is the wild honey. And then I'm going to use the mustard seed that I used on the previous page. And then I'm going to add some shaded lilac. That reminds me my high school was purple and gold back in the day. And then the squeeze lemonade that I used over there. So again, you just tap it to get it going. And just spread it on the page. And I wanted to point out that I've already drawn my pen lines. And you can see that it's just fine. As long as the pen is, you know, dry, all the way dry. It's not a problem at all. And again, I'm not being very tidy with my edges, but if you wanted to have clean, crisp edges, all you need to do is put masking tape along the borders. It would come up nicely. No trouble. I feel like breaking into some of our old high school cheers. I grew up in Florida, so we were the Sharks. Purple and gold Sharks. So there, that's fun. So I'm going to let that dry a second and be right back to show you the finished page. So there's my colors and my notes section. These 2 columns are for notes. And then over here will be my dailies. I'm not sure how I'm going to do those. It's a work in progress, but definitely it's going to be Monday the 12th, so I can write that in. And I want to start remembering when sunset is each day, so I can start becoming depressed about it because I'm a summer girl. So I just looked it up, and sunset on Monday is at 6:56. I'm gonna add that in there. And I don't know, it's gonna be sunny and a high of, I don't know where to put the high and low. Kind of filled my space up. I'll just put it here real small. 88 and a low of 56. That's crazy. So yeah, there's my Monday. Might be a cute arrow. I don't know. I gotta work on this part, guys, because I just don't know how to format it. But you know, it's a work in progress. So yeah. Anyway, thanks. Thanks for watching, and I will be back soon. Bye.